That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. Watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And coming up in just 30 minutes from now, Stu Bear will be in the chair with Airshow World. And right now, hey, here's a few highlights to get you in the mood.
Any radio, Eagle 401, it's a flight of 4, Fox 15 Echoes, inbound for the loop from the north. We'll be transiting the Mach loop from west to east and then up through Bala Lake. Eagle, confirm we're still in the low fly area. 401 flight, Eagle, confirm you're in the loop at this time. Okay, we're at the tactical right side. We're going to spin and hold here. Typhoon, Eagle copies. We'll let you have the loop. We're holding off to the west side of the loop, and once you clear the loop, would you let us know, and then we'll be in. That is our playmate. Their call sign is dark. We are not working with them. They should be north of the lake towards Bala, and we're holding west of the loop over the water.
Hey, from dark flight is approaching Bala Lake in about a 6-mile string. Dark 2-3, flight of 3 is exiting low fly 7 to the north. Dark 2-3, flight of 3 is checking back in with you. We are in the rejoin prior to RTD, exiting low fly area 7 to the north.
Copies, we're in from the coastline from west through north in the loop.
Copy 6-4, copy the last May, thanks for your help.
Eagle, good day.
Orbit to block 5 to 24,000 feet for 10 minutes before RTB.
Motor 112 GR4 southwest of Bala by 10, elevate 7, heading northeast.
Low flight traffic. Speed 71 will be entering the roundabout anti-clockwise. The rack flight is trying to get a hold of you on 252.87 with no contact. Rack 21 left to 120. Rack 2-1 is complete with general handle in the North Wales MTA. We're looking to RTB via Litchfield at this time.
Boo-boo! A picnic basket has everything a bear needs. And I'm not just talking about the treats and snack-type goodies. No, a picnic basket holds a lot more than that. It holds dreams.
What are we looking at?
Hey Yogi, you're watching Airshow World.
Walk me in!
You sure it'll work, Yogi?
Well, you know, Boo-boo, I'm smarter than the average bear!
Well, it's not Yogi Bear, but it's Stu Bear in the chair on Airshow World, and this is what dreams are made of.
We're all down at Duxford, and you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hi folks, this is Dickie McVitie from the chat room. Yes, the mad bloke. Sorry about that. Just say you're watching Airshow World with the one and only Stu Bear.
My name's Andy and I'm watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hi, I'm Chloe HG and you are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hi there, we're the crew of the Sea King rescue aircraft behind us as it's flown. You're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Yellow because you saw them on the news at regular intervals. HC2s. The most impressive things about this is when you're the dunking dummy, when you've been dropped in the sea and you're waiting for this to come and rescue you. That aeroplane weighs 7.5 tons, which means in order to stay airborne in the hover it has to displace 7.5 tons of air vertically downwards. These helicopters, when they were in RAF service, provided 24-hour search and rescue cover and 15-minute readiness in daylight and 45-minute readiness at night. And they formed part of a nationwide search and rescue service, which also included helicopters flown from 2 Royal Navy, bases in India, 4 HM Coast Guard bases, plus 4 RAF rescue teams, all coordinated by the Air Force Rescue Coordination Centre, ex-RAF hydraulically operated main rescue boats, electrically operated emergency rescue boats, and of course a lot of electric connections to powering equipment like incubators. Casualties from victims around the UK coast, or their involvement in certain very high-profile rescue missions, the likes of the 1988 Piper Alpha oil rig disaster, the floods in Boscastle, Sheffield, Cockermouth and Gloucestershire, or the Virgin train derailment at Braving. The RAF Search and Rescue Force expected upwards of 1,000 call-outs every year. Remarkable rescue. By the way, if you notice as the aircraft banks over towards you, one of the rotor blades, the topics, painted yellow. And that's because that's to enable them to time the rotor. When the maintenance but some remarkable rescue. Without doubt, one of the most amazing pieces of film I've ever seen. You mentioned the low lights from the infrared TV camera. That was the main difference between the 3 and the 3A. 3A had it, the 3 didn't. It was mounted on a little turret down by the spots. And they had a chap who'd been cut off by the time, and he was trapped to the foot of the cliff with the water coming in rapidly. And what they did in the end was the helicopter landed on the ocean, the winch was gone. They slowly helicopter came back to a hover outside the ocean. The winch was gone. They just pointed out over the ship. And the helicopter rose up and actually got a guy from under the helicopter.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
Oh, oh, here come the bears. Let's go. Now, it's the Hair Bear Bunch.
Oh yes, it's the bear. It's Stu Bear, and you're watching Airshow World.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that spectacular? Only the best here at Western Park. We spared no expense bringing you these superstars and global stars and their extra 300s. You can just imagine how important the manning of front is. However many minutes they're in formation, eyes never leave the team leader for 1 second. It is amazing, isn't it? What do you reckon, kids? You like it?
We are the 82nd Airborne 505th RCT, and you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Hey, Captain Jack. Meet me down by the railroad track. Put that woman in my hand. Put that woman in my hand. I'm gonna be a whoring man. I'm gonna be a whoring man. A whoring man.
Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Hey, good evening to you and welcome along. It's Stu Bear live from the studio right here. And welcome along to Air Show World. Coming up on tonight's show, it's a Bruntingthorpe special. We also have videos from Heathrow, Manchester, Duxford, East Midlands Airport, the chat room, and so much more. But hey, to start things off this evening, we are going to get some great videos from the brilliant Mac Loop.
Yeah, Tango 87. Testing Mac Loop from the north towards Eggbottom. Sonic, good morning, we're Ninja with you, level flight 230 traffic service. Level 140 from R66. One 1014, set Razor 115. Razor 115, Class 2 Typhoons, heading to Barla, then Burnway, and then exiting low level. Sonic, Razor 15. 11 flight is approximately 4 mics to Bingo, and we'll be looking for RTB flight level 400 via Satco, if able, please, to colleagues, please. Direct Satco, Razor 1 flight, passing platform 280 now. Traffic service, Mom 74. Speaking section service, happy with the traffic service, 5326. 6 copied, coming right onto 090 degrees. 5326 negative, I'm low level departure from the 2 is tally the initial traffic, line left 11 o'clock, 5 miles.
Guinness, 2 Charlie 130, approaching the back up and loop on the north. Guinness.
Typhoon 26 is 15 miles to the north-northeast of Aberystwyth, looking for a climb to flight level 140 for the Lichfield RTB East Anglia.
Tony Prince. That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs. Oh, you know what? It's great to hear that particular jingle one more time from my good friend Tony Prince. Thank you very much, Tony. Well, hey, how is everybody doing on this Friday evening? Thank you for joining my good self, Stu Bear. And I tell you what, before we go into the next feature, we better say hi to a few people. And thank you for the fantastic messages that are coming through, either on right here on YouTube, or if you're watching it on Facebook. A very, very good Friday evening to you. And let's pick a few names out of the hat. Well, of course, we're going to start with Benny. Hiya, Benny, and thank you for that wonderful donation. Benny, you're a wonderful guy, and thank you, top man. Also, hi to Becky Davis, Gary Inge, Carl Shields, Sarah, Gary as well, Robert Russell. Lots and lots of messages coming in. I'll read as many out as I possibly can throughout the show. But hey, if you do me the big favor by sharing the video to as many people as you can think, oh yeah, I'll share it to that Facebook group, or I'll share it there, or tell my friends, because this is the place to be every Friday night between 7 and 8 o'clock. Where else? With Stu Bear right here in the chair. Right, as I mentioned at the top of the show, tonight we've got a bit of a Bruntingthorpe special that's coming up for you, and that's what we're going to do right now. It's split up into 3 parts, so hey, we've got part 1, that's coming up for you right now. Just before I do that, I've got to say something about the previous video we were just watching from the Mac Loop. What a beautiful place. The backdrop is absolutely stunning. That was in the days when it was a little bit busier, but hey, you never know. Get over there. You may see some F-15s or anything else flying through. Right, it's time to start the next feature, and we've got some great footage coming up. Got to say thanks to James this evening, and some of these videos are courtesy of our good friend. And a little bit later in the show, towards the end of the show, you're going to see that particular video where the Victor actually took off, accidentally taking off. A gust of wind caught it. You're going to see that towards the end of the show. That is something you don't want to miss. Look at that. A Shackleton. Also, hi to Roger Shadbolt. Hey, yeah, Roger. Feeling much, much better. In fact, I was out at Eastmeads Airport today capturing this DHL. And we'll show you that just a little later. Good evening also to Lisa B. Hiya, Lisa. Or is it Lisa? Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
Hi, I'm Jan Hammond from the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. You are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
You certainly are. Thank you very, very much. And thank you to everybody. Keep the messages coming in. Saying hi to Jilly and Peter. And also Jim Gemmell, LT Viper pilot, Robert Russell. And I think Robert was asking the question about Bruntingthorpe. What's happening at Bruntingthorpe? Well, a few people, I think, will be very sad watching some of these videos coming up because, hey, they don't have these events anymore. But, hey, we can bring you back the memories. And a big thank you to James. He went over and he filmed these a few years ago, around about 2 or 3 years. And these are absolute gold dust now. Some of these beautiful taxi runs. And also, a little later in the show, you'll see some fast taxis. And also, as I said, you'll see a actual takeoff. It wasn't supposed to take off of that Victor. That's coming up towards the end of the show. Dick and McVitie's also with us, and who else? Of course, we've got Julie, and Julie, big thumbs up to you. And also, gotta just quickly pop over and say hi to a few folks who have joined us on Facebook. How the devil are you? We've got our good friend Neil Wild. He's watching with Alicia, and they're over in Bulgaria. We've got Jeno, and also Martin from Austria, and Harvey. Who else have we got? So many folks. Steve Wyatt. He says, oh, I really miss the VC-10. Yep, so do I, mate. What a sight they used to be. Hey, when we used to see them flying down where I live here at East Mids Airport, flying down the Lichfield corridor, going down to refuel the aircraft. And who else can we say hi to? We've also got Ed. He's watching this over on Facebook. I bet he's watching on YouTube as well. Big supporter of Airshow World. And who else? Very quickly, hope I don't miss anybody out. Kerry. Hello, Kerry. Kaylee. And who else? So many folks. Carl Sheol is with us. And if I missed you out, I do apologize. Omar, hi to you. I'm not sure how you say this name, but Vaclav and everybody else. And thank you. Keep giving it the thumbs up on Facebook. And also, hey, give it a thumbs up on YouTube as well. Hey, well, we've got a busy show lined up for you this evening. So without further ado, let's get into the next feature. And right now, we've got just a short video. It's the A380 and a couple of other aircraft thrown in for good measure over at Myrtle Avenue. Myrtle where? Myrtle Avenue. That's down at Heathrow Airport. Hey, Andrew Austin. Hey, we don't like you. I absolutely love you. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Derek Head. I'm the Catalina pilot for this weekend at the air show here at Victory Show at Cosby. And for the moment you're watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
Oh, just listen to that sound of the wonderful Catalina, introduced by the pilot. And Karen asks the question, how's Stu Bear keeping? Hey, we're much better now. Thank you very, very much. Lisa B asks the question, any MiGs? Well, funny should ask. We've got a very old MiG coming up a little bit later, a MiG-15 later in the show. Also, hi to Piotr. And John Bullen. How are you, John? Good to see you as well. Gary Inge. Hey, Gary. Fantastic to see you. Keep those great comments coming, mate. And sharing the videos. I really appreciate it.
Yes. I'm so used to seeing one or two. Big old number. Coming in tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, really, nice. House.
No, the multi-coloured parachute.
Yeah.
Well, if you want an immediate reaction, hey, we certainly do. Because this kind guy, Clive Everly, has put a really kind donation. Thank you so much, Clive. Really appreciate it. Look at that. Stands out. That's in the chat room right here. Airshow World on YouTube. And on that pass, we got an extra pass. He was coming into land and went, I don't think so. And that particular aircraft is going to be one of the stars of the Midlands Air Festival. We did a bit of a feature about that on last week's show. And that's at the very, very beginning of June. Get your tickets now.
No, completely clean wing. There's no flap on it at all.
Hey, stand by. We've got Yogi. He's banging on the door, waiting to come in and say hi to everybody.
Boo-boo! A picnic basket has everything a bear needs. And I'm not just talking about the treats and snack-type goodies. No, a picnic basket holds a lot more than that. It holds dreams.
What are we looking at?
Hey, Yogi, you're watching Airshow World.
Walk me in!
You sure it'll work, Yogi?
Well, you know, Boo-boo, I'm smarter than the average bear!
Well, it's not a Yogi Bear, but it's Stu Bear in the chair on Airshow World, and this is what dreams are made of. Oh, if you want a good laugh, check out that film. It is absolutely brilliant. Makes me giggle, makes me laugh every time. Dick McVitie, good evening to you. Robert Russell, Becky Davis. Keep the messages coming in. Right now, though, we got a busy show. Let's get some of those fast taxi runs coming up right now. Bruntingthorpe Part 2.
the Bears. Let's get now. It's the Airband Bunch.
Oh yes, it's the Bear. It's Stu Bear, and you're watching Air Show World. Oh yes. Quite a sad thing to see those wonderful aircraft, and the reason being because, hey, I went by Bruntingthorpe just a couple of weeks ago, and such a sad sight to see. Some of the aircraft are still stored, some of them are outside, but quite a few of them have been literally broken up, and they are no more.
Yes, here they go, scrambling off Duxford's runway, the Grumman FM2 Wildcat and the Curtis Hall 25.
But right now, hey, we've got more from Bruntingthorpe coming up just a little bit later. We finished on that little piece there with the Victor. That's coming up, and don't forget, you'll get the chance to see the accidental takeoff. That's coming up just a little bit later, and that is something really special. Got to say also a big special thank you to our very good James from JF Aviation YouTube. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. Well, Jilly and Peter, keep on watching. You're going to see that accidental flight. I must admit, Karen, I haven't seen your video yet from Cork. I would love to see it. Hey, if you want to send it across, please do. All you have to do, send it over on WeTransfer, or let us know the YouTube channel or wherever it is. Hey, Red One says, great show again, Stu, and thank you. Thanks so much, my boy, for that brilliant, look at that, that donation. Means so much, thank you. Also coming up a little later tonight, we have that fantastic Boeing 777, that new aircraft that DHL are actually using now, and it came into East Midlands Airport at around about 11:25 this morning. The pilot gave me a call, says, hey Stu, can you film it for me? I'm bringing it into land, so that is coming up for you just a little later. And there you go. He's in the chat room right now. He says, hi, Stu. It's the DHL pilot from this morning. Fantastic. Great. That was good timing. I was just mentioning him. That's coming up later. Hey, well, all, it's fantastic to see you in the chat room this evening. And, hey, enjoy that. You're going to see, he's in the chat room now. You're going to see Ol actually land that beautiful, huge, big 777 towards the end of the show.
Some of them carrying paratroops, others towing troop-carrying gliders. And here, for those able to see the big screen, enemy fire. Worried about head-on collision. In training, it's amazing. Like in training, tells you what to do in circumstance. You hope, and I think you pray a little in the background of your mind, that you're working hard to do whatever the train tells you to do. For the paratroops loaded into the back of the Skytrains, the experience is no less intense in the Crossrail. C-47s that have next gear fit into the rear fuselage to pick up troop-carrying gliders from the Normandy battlefield in order to hopefully reinforce them on future. Glider-borne assault using CG-4 Hadrian and airspeed Forcer gliders by elements of the 82nd Airborne Division, reinforcing those already dropped by parachute later in 1944, having been transferred to the RAF. It took part in Operation Market Garden, the Arnhem landings. The Aces
Hi, I'm Colin Turkington. You're watching Airshow World.
Hey, thank you very much, Colin Turkington. And they are starting their season very, very soon from the British Touring Car Championship. And hey, no doubt later in the year we'll bring you some footage of that as well. Well, who else can we say hi to? Hey, look who's in the chat room. We got my main man. We've got Mr. Mark Webbo Webster. How are you, Mark? Good to see you. Also, Jim Gemmell and who else? Piator. LT Viper Pilot, keep the messages coming in. And don't forget, this is going out on Facebook and, of course, the main YouTube channel on Air Show World. Where else would you expect to be? Where else would the better be? But right here, every Friday night between 7 and 8 o'clock. Make that around about 10 past 8 this evening because we're going to run a little bit late. Gary Inch says, Stu, when are you going back to Mildenhall? Right, I was hoping to be there from Tuesday or Wednesday, but with this really cold weather at the moment, I'll see what the weather's doing. If it improves, gets a little bit warmer, I will certainly, take the trip over and really looking forward to it. Putting my feet up, you know what it's like. Seen a few aeroplanes, hey, it couldn't be better. Right, what do we got for you right now? Well, on tonight's show, we've got something for everybody, I tell you. The biggest variety of all. And can you hear? That's not me eating crisps. It's the rain pouring down. This was the Friday of 2019's Royal International Air Tattoo, and the weather was, as you can hear, MC, absolutely awful. Very little flying, but hey, we got a Harrier display, and that's coming up in just a moment.
Of the flying program here at Riyadh 2019. But it looks like it's being reduced.
Very quickly, Billy Fletcher asks the question. Hey, Stu, if you got any red arrows? I've got so many videos of the Reds. There's none on tonight. But we feature the red arrows most weeks, so keep tuned. yes, Andrew Austin. I remember 2008 very, very well.
From the Novena Escuadrilla of the Spanish Navy, the McDonnell Douglas EAV-8B Harrier II Plus. The Romanian Air Force MiG-21 last at sea, which is going to at least taxi past us. You should have quite a few opportunities to see Spanish Harriers if they're able to bring them to UK coast, because as they say, there's
Yes, absolutely. Many, many thanks for the amazing donations. It certainly helps, and especially with the price of diesel at the moment. And goodness, I've got to fill the motorhome up, and I'm dreading it, I can tell you. But hey, so we will be looking at the weather, and if it looks like it's going to improve a little bit, I will hightail it over to Mildenhall for probably a week or so, something like that. So you never know. Look out for that. While for obvious reasons at the moment, I probably won't be doing a live show from the military air bases, but what I will probably do is each evening I will compile a little edit of what we've seen throughout the day. So look out for that. That's something certainly looking forward to. And I tell you what, looking forward to quite a few things this evening, because we got so much more to come. So don't you dare go anywhere. Now, a couple of weeks ago, with my good friend Steve, SRH Steve, we went over to Manchester Airport, and we followed the little track and what have you, and went down to where the Boleyn River goes underneath the actual runway. Have a look at this. I'm playing this mainly, especially for Steve, because he saw it what it looked like when it was sort of like wintertime and up, but this is what it looks like in the beautiful summertime. And can you believe, just above, there's two runways. And let's have a look at some of the aircraft coming in head-on style.
Yeah, 118.630. 118.630 right now.
Thank you very much. Hey, we've got Ingrid. She's watching this on Facebook. She says magnifique, and with a big heart.
control the runway 05 left and hotel 1 tower 1863. Good over, mate.
Hotel 05 left, hotel 1 tower 1863.
And Ingrid, always great to see you, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for the message. Don't forget, keep giving it the hearts and likes and everything else if you're watching this on Facebook, and keep on sharing. And a very good evening to you as well. That's Tony Green watching it from Wisbeach in Cambridgeshire. Hiya, Tony. John Bolland, what a man as well. Thank you so much for the brilliant donation. Certainly enjoying the show tonight and giving us a thumbs up as well. Don't forget, still lots more coming up. Don't you dare go anywhere. Including the Lancaster, the MiG, and also we've got Bruntingthorpe Part 3. That's all to come. But right now, hey, we've got the fantastic Lancaster and some other shots also taken from Duxford. Enjoy this. I'm going to go quiet. Listen to this. And just very, very quickly, say hi to a couple of people. Saying hi to our fantastic Mac Cat Lady and also Mark Webber Webster. Thank you very much. The Doom Bars are on the way. Thanks for the donation there, Mark. Really appreciate it.
Here is Duxford's own Victor on the big screens, making some flypasts over this airfield in July 1976 on its delivery flight into Kiev.
Well, Karen, hey, I certainly didn't get the video come across, and the best way to send it is via WeTransfer. And don't forget, the email address is stu@airshowworld.com.
Therefore, players have to attack. Target from the beam. September 1940, near the south coast, after damage was sustained during a combat over Beachy Head with a Messerschmitt Bf-109. In comes the Hurricane to land after its gunnery training sortie. Dave Hawley in the controls, and tomorrow he will be departing with this aircraft to Poland, where he's going to be starring with the aircraft in the filming of a new movie, 303 Squadron, saluting the wartime exploits of that fantastic fighter.
And keeping the mentions coming your way, got to say hi to Bill, and I think one of his favourite aircraft is the A-10. That's an aircraft we feature very, very often. So hopefully, I tell you what, Bill, join us next week, and I will certainly dig out some A-10 video for you. And I'm pretty sure the Royal International Air Tattoo, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure I've seen somewhere we've got an A-10 actually doing a display at the Royal International Air Tattoo in July. So, hey, hopefully we'll get some more great footage from that weekend. There we go then, Lisa, especially for you.
Second jet design after the Big Nine, which was a straight wing affair, flew in 1946. The swept wing MiG-15 made a lot of use of captured wartime German technology, because of course the Germans with aircraft such as the Messerschmitt E-262 had really pioneered the jet fighter concept. F-86 Sabres were sent into the theatre in rapid response. They soon found that the MiGs were better at high altitude, they had a superior rate of climb and faster acceleration. The MiG-15s gained air superiority in an area of northwestern Korea known as Big Alley. They forced the UN to suspend daylight attacks by US Air Force B-29 super fortresses in favour of night missions. At lower levels, the Sabre had the edge, a greater experience. Through the rest of the Cold War, aircraft like this occasional confrontations with Western aeroplanes around the fringes of Soviet Union and Communist territory. In 1952, MiG-15s shot down a Swedish Air Force intelligence gathering C-47 Dakota and the Catalina rescue flying boat that was sent to try and find the Dakota crew. The following year, a Royal Air Force Admiral Lincoln engaged a training sortie in one of the air corridors between West Germany and Berlin. Was shot down by MiG-15s. The Lincoln, incidentally, flown by a near namesake of mine, one Flight Sergeant Peter Donnell. Whistler, founder and boss of Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. He has some military flying background, flying Cessna Bird Dog before their control aircraft with the Norwegian Army, then in the civilian world. And he was the captain with Scandinavian Airlines on the Boeing 737. He now devotes all his time to the historical squadron. Very nice to see the MiG here. Couldn't see them flying yesterday with Norwegian historic jets because the runway was not in time. This regulation all on a reasonably short runway, such as Duxford Side runway. Didn't feel they had sufficient probability to stop in the required distance, so added a safety first. Here comes the Eurocopter Squirrel.
And as the MiG actually starts to taxi by, just listen to the sound of this wonderful aircraft. Here we go. And what do you think? Think we ought to have a couple of vampires? Should we do that display? Should we show it? That's coming up for you in just a moment. Off the top of my head, Gillian Peter, I really don't know, but I will check it out and I will see if I have anything for you. Keep the great messages coming in. We've got to say hi to Lynn Keeble, Jane Hawkes, Danny Gregg. Oh, you should have been with us a few minutes earlier. We had a Spitfire that display then for you. But still to come tonight, we have more from Bruntingthorpe, including the accidental takeoff of the Victor, and also that Boeing 777 from DHL. And to make it even extra special, we have the pilot of the DHL actually in the chat room watching it right now. So, Ollie, great to see you.
Displaying here, Royal Peel, former Royal Norwegian Air Force company in particular, took part in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies, and it's covered flew in a Mustang in the making of Memphis Belle here in 1989. Another Royal Norwegian Air Force.
And you just heard our very good friend Morris. Hi, Morris. A very good evening to you as well. And all of these videos, these were all taken from that fantastic old wartime airfield at Duxford, just down the road from Cambridge. And right now, we're going to introduce you to Charlie. She's going to pop along and say hi to everybody.
Hi, it's Charlie. I'm with V for Victory and I'm currently portraying a civilian aviatrix just prior to World War II. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Thank you very, very much, Charlie. And that clip was taken from the Victory show at Cosby in Leicestershire, and hopefully we'll be there again at the very beginning of September. Right, we've got a few more items to come, and this is something you really don't want to miss. It's hey, I'll let the aircraft do the speaking. Enjoy this. And of course, when you see these aircraft doing these taxi runs, because they're not allowed to take off, for very good reasons, obviously, but watch this carefully. This is one scary moment. And as I said, one very, very scary moment. Let's have another quick look at that in slow-mo. Here we go. And that could have so easily have ended in absolute tragedy. But hey, the skill of the pilot got it back down on the grass, and that must have been one, as I said, very, very scary moment. Many thanks to James. Really appreciate it, James. Thank you so much for letting us show those. Right, what have we got coming up for you? We've got the last feature of the night. I just managed to get this slotted into tonight's show because it was late coming, this particular shot. I went out around about 11 o'clock this morning, got myself in a good spot to be able to film this particular aircraft because I had a request from the pilot of the DHL Boeing 777. He said, "Hey Stu, is there any chance you can film me? I'm flying into East Midlands Airport today." And hey, okay, this is especially for you. Let's see this. Here we go. And by the way, he's in the chat room right now. And just look at the size of those engines. Absolutely huge. Hey, by the way, if there's any particular week you'd like to actually come on the show and, hey, you can tell us all about flying the Boeing 777. It'd be absolutely brilliant to have you on one of these Friday evenings. And of course, as I said, I filmed this around about, I think it was 11:25 when this came in. And with the thanks of 360 radar, I was able to track its progress. It took off from Leipzig. And there it is at East Midlands Airport. Oh, thanks very much. And I really hope you've enjoyed the video. And thank you for joining us tonight. And of course, thank you to your son as well for getting you sorted out so you can watch right here with everybody else and take part in the chat room on Air Show World. The only place to be, the best chat room on YouTube. It certainly is. And don't forget, it's absolutely free. A big thank you to everybody that's done the really kind donations tonight. Hey, I've almost got half a tank of diesel for the van, so hopefully we'll bring you some action from Mildenhall maybe next week. We're just keeping an eye on the weather. And if you want to see a little bit more, we've got the after show party for around about an extra 10 minutes. From tell you more in a minute. World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Air Show World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Air Show World grow. Just use the code AIRSHOW. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
There we go. And as I say, many thanks to all for alerting me to that so we could get that fantastic shot. And don't forget, very, very soon, the Bear will be out there at East Midlands Airport because that's where I'm based. And we'll be doing some live shows as well, especially in the evening time, and because it's getting lighter all the time. But hey, right here over on YouTube, I got to say thank you so much. Thanks for the brilliant donations. It is absolutely amazing. You probably noticed I've just put a link in to the chat room here on YouTube. So if you want to see a little bit more Dr. Hook, all you've got to do is click that link, and there we go. It's there one more time. Just click on that, and that should take you to Air Show World on Facebook, and you'll be able to say hi. Well, I'll certainly be saying hi to a few people, and you'll be able to see a few extra bonus features. But right here on YouTube, I'm going to say, everybody, have yourself a fantastic weekend. And as always, thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful messages that you send every week. I will see you certainly next Friday night for Friday Night Live, but keep checking and keep making sure you've got the notifications working on YouTube, because I could be live anytime, any place, anywhere. Just call me Martini. Hey, have a great weekend. Thank you, and a very, very good night. Well, there we go. That's our good friends over there on YouTube.